the American Library Association, so they are the grand association for all the libraries, their website has basically found a way to not be at all for books, but be, again, for the left agenda. So we actually have the group, the ALA, is kind of colluding now with librarians, trying to sneak LGBT info to our kids. And they're doing this because they actually scrubbed an author's name from an article that they had put out on their website, in which a Maryland librarian described different ways that children's librarians, especially if you're in like the small rural towns, they can sneak this LGBT content and activities into their libraries. But this author, who we don't know, starts this article. Do you work for a library in a small, rural, conservative community? Are you a frontline staff member there with no managerial or administrative authority? Do you wish you could do more to make your library more inclusive to LGBTQIA+ community, but meet with resistance? And you know this article is going to be good. So she gives then a tips and tricks to being a secret librarian operative. These are her words. I'm assuming it's a female. Maybe I'm not allowed to do that. But she says a secret librarian operative. Number 1, don't give up. This is the most important lesson I can impart upon you. For instance, when you ask, can I do a GLBT book month display in June? And your supervisor says, no. Or think of the children. Or customers will complain. Or why?
What you said, Katie, at the very opening of your statement is exactly right. The idea that librarians are about books anymore is not true. Librarians have become woke social justice warriors. Look at, when you see the word librarian, I'm talking about any librarian that's been trained in the last 20 years. The modern librarian does not consider herself a custodian of knowledge, does not consider herself a repository, a preservationist of the great wisdom of the past. She is a social justice warrior that will keep certain books away from you and force certain books on you, who will invite all sorts of sociological stuff into the library, right? From drag queen shows to condom displays to anything that has anything to do with anything else aside what the typical role of the library is.
And that's what the next points, and I'll just summarize those ones, that this specific librarian is encouraging. It's just, one of her tips and tricks is to sneakily fit stuff into your current programs. And she says, so you're not doing drag queen story time yet, but you're probably doing regular old story time, right? So she says, try to sneak inclusive messages into your current programs. And here's her example. If you're reading a book about a mama bear and a papa bear, maybe when you read it, you just change it to be about 2 papa bears.
This is worse than just ignoring books. This is worse than just trying to disobey what your employers want and to betray the constituents who visit your library. This is the willingness on the part of these lunatic social justice warriors to rewrite literature to conform to their politics, all on your public dime.